Welcome back, Bubbas. Go ahead, shout him out from the jump.
No, I messed that up. But shout out to Timmy, Jin, Kobe, and Steph up there, dude. Marsh, you're looking glorious with that background.
Welcome back to episode 8 of the pod, everybody. Happy to have you with us again for another week, just talking baseball. Big week ahead of us. All-Star weekend is here. All the festivities, all the home run derbies, the kids played today. So yeah, boys, floor is yours.
Marsh.
Ben looks tan.
Oh, I've been getting out. This is some gorgeous weather. Been golfing a lot, just getting outdoors. Good time of the year, dude. Summer. It's good time. We got All-Star break right now. We got home run derby about to pop off, dude. It's a gorgeous time of year.
Aluminum bats should be a thing though.
Well, okay,
but no kids. Aluminum bat, no kids in the outfield.
Yep. We cannot put the kids in the outfield if we got aluminum bats now.
Times. There's been too many times already where it's like, oh god, like there's like a close instance where a kid almost gets absolutely clapped in the head, and it's like, what are we doing throwing a 3-year-old out there with a mitt, just saying, hey, have fun on the home run derby? Like, dude, it's a lawsuit waiting to what happened. Are you shitting me?
There should have to be some qualifications to be in that outfield.
Yes.
And there should be a line, like, just cannot come closer than this point. Like, everybody back up, because and the aluminum bats would be an absolute disaster for that.
Yeah.
So
yeah, but the reason it was more dangerous recently is because it was like the time clock stuff. So they were just like rapid fire. Like they're going back to kind of just one swing. So
yeah, I mean,
people are looking up and another line drive's coming. So.
Yeah. Yeah, imagine you're just tracking a ball and it's like a skyscraper, and like, whoever, Junior Caminero, he knows it's not going out. So he's like, let's go, Poppy. Let's let it rip. And he's telling his guy, keep feeding me. And then boom, he smokes a liner. That liner can honestly land by the time that pop fly lands, like with how they were going.
It would, 100%.
Yeah. So
100% would.
Yeah, it's risky business. Quick, off the rip, who do you guys got?
Schwarber.
I don't know. Harper again. Give me a Harper to win it.
Wow. I got Schwarber too, dude. I like the lefties in the Derby this year, just because of Citizens Bank Park in Philly. I like it for the lefties. I would love to take Caminero, but I think that the lefties have a real advantage. So I got to go with the lefties, so I'm taking Schwarbs.
Well, lefties are the best hitters in baseball.
Well, it's park contingent, obviously.
Lefties are the best hitters in baseball.
It's park contingent.
Best hitters of all time. Top 5 OPS of all time. We talked about this. All lefties. Then you're sneaking a random righty in number 6. And then back to the lefties. So, hey, parents out there, if you want a good kid who hits the ball hard and plays it for a long time, better chance of making him lefty to do so. Hey, but you know something? Yeah. I was looking at some stuff today, just like seeing simple Twitter battles, the usual stuff, people hating on today's baseball. And it got me thinking, like, seriously about how overrated, like, average is in today's baseball. So to kind of like prove my point is Michael Busch and Jung Ho Lee. Jung Ho Lee, 302, right, with OPS of average, 302 average, OPS 762. Michael Busch, batting 239, OPS of 763. The only thing that changes is the on base is he's getting on base way more than Jung Ho Lee. So if Jung Ho Lee did not hit the ball and hit singles, he obviously doesn't walk. He's on an on base of 333. Ian Happ, batting 222, right? Ernie Clement, 296. But they have the same OPS. Ian Happ actually has a better OPS by 7 points. It's just mind-boggling to me that how people call today's game in baseball down because average is down. Yet slugging is still elite. People getting on base because people throw harder and can't control it is still normal. So just because average is down, it's like, holy shit, these guys suck. When realistically, the guys who bat 245 but have a higher slug are technically a better player than the guys batting 300 or so. Like, for example, right? Ben, you love Otto Lopez, right?
Oh, Otto's a dog, dude.
Slander him right now.
love some
Oh,
Otto
don't
Lopez.
you dare. Don't you dare. I'll fight you tooth and nail.
837 OPS. That's a good OPS.
Yeah.
But Murakami, who's batting 232, has a 911 OPS because he's slugging 40 points more. And not to mention, he's actually getting on base more. So he's walking more than Otto Lopez is for that to happen. Like, average is such a overrated stat these days. Like, I see why now games are pushing out OPS stats now because it doesn't tell the full story.
All right, I won't dive too deep into it, but I won't take the Otto Lopez slander. That's not a fair comparison, dude. Otto Lopez is a ball player, dude. He's got speed, he's got contact, he's got it all. So, I mean, I hear where you're coming from, but like to go against your point too, like you look across the leaders for average within the top 10. I've got 3 outliers. I got Pirates, Dodgers, Rays, Giants, Rockies, Brewers, Marlins, Nationals, Twins, Braves. Twins, Giants, and Rockies are your outliers. All 7 of those other teams are in playoff contention still and like good baseball teams right now. So like you can't say that the average doesn't matter. And then if you go to the very bottom of the stack, like you look at the Padres, Guardians, Reds, Mariners, Mets, Tigers for the bottom teams in average. And like, if you tell me that those are prolific offenses, I'd call you a liar to your face. So
I would
I
say
think
OPS.
it does.
I would say it translates more to OPS though.
I understand what you're saying because, like with Jung Hoo Lee, for instance, and like Luis Ariz, like they get a lot of singles and they don't walk at all. So like there's not a lot of damage being inflicted. So you still need to do damage to drive those guys in and to produce runs. Yes, true. But like the art of getting on base and extending innings is generally more beneficial to mistakes being made up in the zone and balls being crushed, and then advantageous to more runs being driven in.
The only time average is going to be good is a guy for like Chandler Simpson, where if he gets on base, you know it's basically a double. Anyone else, you better be an elite defender. Because yes, I understand that average drives home the RBIs to get guys in, but like so does a freaking ball in the gap every 2.5 out of 10 at bats, and you score yourself when you're hitting home runs. So. Marsh, what do you got?
Yeah, I don't have much to add on it. I was just gonna ask AK specifically. Like, I agree with what both of you guys are saying, I guess, but do you think like this is more relevant to the MLB, or do you think we should be having these thoughts at like the college level or in high school level?
I think that's actually a hell of a good point. I think in high school and college, you better be hitting for average because they're throwing 75 to 82, especially if you're going D1. You should be banging regardless. But even if you're batting 280 in high school or 280 in college, like you better be having OPS of 1 somehow. So you better be able to slug. That's what I would say on that.
I also take away from the draft. I listened to a couple of post-draft talk shows and different commentary on the draft as a whole, and they said that if the younger like high school and college players had a hit tool but didn't have as much of the power, teams were more apt to taking those players rather than the opposite way around. So they were less apt to take the power guy who necessarily didn't have a higher contact or hit tool. They were more inclined to take the hit tool, with the idea being that they can eventually develop the power. You can't really develop that hand-eye and that contact and that consistency hitting the ball. Because at the end of the day, you got to be able to put the ball in play and make things happen, right? If you're striking out at the high school and the college level, it's probably going to just continue to, rarely does that tend to fix itself over time. That's going to generally tend to continue to get worse as you see tougher pitching.
Fair point. Yeah, I think the Giants actually brought up a stat where it's like if you strike out like 30% of your at bats in like let's say like low A, like you're basically like telling them like if you're good to go up to high A, you'd strike out at like even higher, like a 40% clip or 20% clip. And then they actually brought up like if you strike out like 30% of the times in high A or like 40%, the chance of you making the big leagues were like less than 1%. Like they literally had stats on that. Like guys who had a high strikeout rate compared to the ratio of like you actually making the bigs was like night and day. Of like you have like 1% chance of like doing so if you have a high clip kind of strikeout rate.
fair point.
Yeah, should we talk draft at all? Because obviously it just happened.
I didn't really watch much of it. Yeah, you guys can talk on that. I don't know shit.
No, I just thought we'd circle back. AK, it was the one where Ben wasn't here on the pod, but our boy Owen Hull did get drafted. We're talking about him with UNC. He went to the Red Sox, so I think it was 67th overall pick. So he went pretty high.
Yeah,
and we were just, and that's a guy. I mean, if you want to again circle back to even what Ben said right now, he said like a hit tool was more enticing for these teams, and then these guys can grow into the power. He's like the perfect example of that because he has the hit tool, he has like the size, he has the frame, but he just hasn't really grown into his full power potential. So I can totally see how this guy can hit, and then as he gets older and gets more mature, like he's going to grow into even more power. So yeah, not surprised that he went as early as he did after having a good College World Series run.
Yeah, I mean, I'm obviously biased, Giants hat. So I'm stoked about the Giants draft. I think that they replenished arms, but enough Giants talk. I think the draft as a whole, they kind of said like it was a top 5, top 6 type draft, where after that it kind of fell off, but it is a deep crop rather. So there's a lot of guys that are, anywhere in the range from, 30 to 90 is all pretty much, watered down mess kind of per se. So it's always interesting, right? And with the draft, it's tough to tell. It's easy to be like, oh, this team gets an A on their draft grade. You know what I mean? Like, time will tell with these guys. We'll see. And it's interesting to see. Like, I think colleges and players nowadays coming out of the draft are coming out more prepared. And AK, I'm interested what you think on this, because like the technology and the equipment that these guys are being provided with nowadays is way more advanced. So like they're able to hit on a trajectory and see a Paul Skeens or a Jacob Mizorowski and already be timing up, 107s. And like you look at guys like JJ Weatherholt and McGonigal, they got drafted last year and made an instant impact. Like we could be seeing that more and more in the future. Those guys could just be outliers. That could just be an anomaly of a draft. But it's definitely something interesting to see. And I think that they said that there will probably be about 8 guys that break the top 100 prospect list out of this draft instantly, just already being dropped in. So there's a fair amount of talent coming in, but again, time will tell. But AK, speak to the equipment and the, advantage that guys have coming out of college ball nowadays and high school too.
Yeah, I mean, I've never seen so many high school guys be so advanced and like so mature for their age. Like it feels like high school guys are just as developed now and mature for being 18 years old as guys who are coming out of college at like 21, 22 sometimes. So it speaks to volume of like the amount of facilities around the nation basically that have the technology, like you said, but not just technology, but like the community or like the facility as a whole to like actually shape and mold these guys and young men. Like at OPP, like it's like a clubhouse in there. Like obviously you won't tell the parents that, but we're a clubhouse in there. Like we have a good time. We shoot the shit, like, but we also get our shit done. And having guys who know their stuff as well is a huge resource of guys that are coming obviously out of high school, and then college is a whole different ball game. You're a freshman, you basically get kicked in the face, spit in the mud, and like just resilience basically that whole freshman year of like not letting the guys fuck with you, like getting your stuff done, like still being respectful, but like you're part of the team and just like building that camaraderie with guys, no matter like, even if it's, something stupid as like, get my bags freshman or something like that, you know what it is. But no, it's definitely really cool to see how much better athletes are getting as a whole, and just to see where the trajectory is going to be for them, even in 10, 20 years when some new wave of, I don't know, comes out and this and that, to help even prepare kids even more. So
don't you think we're like losing the like IQ and just like baseball intelligence side of I mean it could be any sport, but I just mean like these kids are training, they're playing travel ball, they're playing on these club teams. Like when do they actually learn baseball though? Like they're just playing baseball.
I think that just comes through playing baseball though, Marsh. I think that like where I learned the most was just playing and figuring things out and being like, oh shoot, if I'm ever in this situation, like, If I bobble a ball at third and there's a runner on second, when I was playing 11U baseball, I was like, okay, well, at least I can get up, sell an arm fake, even if I'm not going to get the guy at first, and maybe lure this guy off at second. Like, you learn those little things, like from making mistakes and from playing, right? Or, you know, just little intricacies within the game. But it's interesting to like, go ahead, right? Go ahead.
No, finish thoughts.
It was interesting. I was listening to the Rays Mariners game today, and Evan Longoria was in the booth. Like, they were having they hung up his jersey. They retired his number, so they're having a ceremony for him. And he was talking about how like he teaches the game to his kid and like talks what his thought process was during games and like when he played, and like there is a lot of that. And I think that it's all just knowledge that gets passed down. And sure, you could argue like it's not being passed down and like kids are just robots nowadays, but the kids who seek it out and the ones who are dedicated to their craft, like they're going to hone in on those things and they're going to be the ones that take advantage of it. So I don't think that it'll be a worry. I think the ones that want it and strive to attain it, they'll, you know, grab it and run with it.
And if you're just a facility rat, then obviously you're not going to get that baseball IQ. You might be faster, stronger, better tooled, but you'll be an idiot out there in the field. So it's also like you said, Ben. You just got to go play. And I was gonna remember. Do you guys remember that one time our catcher? It was a first and third situation, and it was obviously if someone stole, you threw the ball down, and we were gonna throw it back to him. But it was his 0-0 count and first and third, and then he just threw the ball down to second base and the run scored when we were 12.
No.
You don't remember KJ doing that?
What inning was it?
You remember KJ doing that?
Wait, explain it again.
We were 12, right?
Yeah.
And it's a first and third situation.
I don't want to.
Okay, we put on throw down to second base.
Yeah.
Okay, 0-0 count. The runner at first base did not run. Caught the ball, threw it down to second base, and we're just like, what? And then the run scored from third base. Like, what the shit? So I was just saying, like that's one of the learning moments where it's like that never left my brain, and a lot of it I don't remember shit. But that's something I remember from being a kid standing at shortstop, like, what the hell just happened?
Why were you covering?
So, he didn't steal.
I said, why were you covering?
I wasn't covering.
Okay. He just threw it in the center.
The location, dude.
He just threw it. He just threw it in second base.
I don't want to slander, dude. I don't. But yeah, dude, you learn stuff like that.
Yeah, you learn
when people mess up. Like you're like, I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna do that. What he just did. It's like, dude, when I was pitching, like I would learn to like be like, all right, dude, this guy's got a big old leg kick. I'm gonna just like, you know, hold my leg up in the air a little bit longer and mess with him. Like I can control my body and I can control my, you know, timing, but I'm going to disrupt his. So like those little things, like you play and you see, and you're like, okay, I can do this and fiddle with this and, you know, disrupt other people's timing as much as you know, add to your own craft.
You guys watching the Futures games today? Oh, sorry. No,
I mean, just a little input, because I've been around a lot of high school baseball the last 2 years. And like I understand how my brain thinks and how you guys are explaining your thought processes. Like I totally agree. Like as you play, you just learn, and the more ball you play, you're just gonna get smarter and you know, just learn how to you know, deal with different situations on the field. But I guess my point is like the last 2 years, like these kids are definitely not any worse than we were, you know, however many years ago in high school. If not, they're better. But there's not a lot of thinking going on in the field, and that's what just confuses me. What's up?
What Marsh is trying to say is these kids are dipshits.
No. I'm just saying that
the last it's our varsity team. You're dipshits.
No,
go Cougs.
Called out, dude.
I'm not even talking
about this guy fired. We're gonna get
our
fired.
Team is smart. I'm talking about the teams that we're playing.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm just saying there's a lot of mistakes, a lot of mental mistakes. And yeah, I don't know. I just feel like the talent's there, but like the mental side has been like on a decline.
That's what I'm saying, bro. It's like, bro, you guys don't understand. When I first met Bryce, like he was like him and like Walker Martin, like bro, they were like just like normal ass dudes, like they've been in college, like done it before, like just got drafted, like hey, like I'm Andrew, yada yada yada. I was like, damn, these guys are premature for their age. Like, holy shit. So like there has to be something. There has to be like a coach or a family member that basically got them into that mindset of that shape mentally, not just physically. It has to be.
I think it goes beyond baseball, though. Like in general, I think that
just being a good person.
Well, no, I'm talking about like the older generation always looks down upon the previous generation, and like hindsight's always 20/20. We know these things now, right? But like when I was making mistakes, like I'm sure that whoever my coach was at the time, Coach Bob Nelson, whoever, like they probably looked at me like, "The hell's that kid thinking? Like freaking dipshit!" Like you know what I mean? Like that's things happen. So I mean, yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. The main thing is kids that are interested, they're gonna seek it out. They're gonna figure it out. They're gonna play baseball. They're gonna watch baseball. They're gonna be, rats, and those rats are gonna be the ones that they get the cheese, brother.
Yeah. All right. Now I was gonna say back to the OPS stuff. I was watching the Futures game today. Oh, Ben, please stop.
What?
I was watching the Futures game today, and basically, I was just kind of watching how raw these arms are, and how they hit a lot of like pitches out of the zone still. And I was like, like I wonder like how the big leaguers are chasing this year. So I just looked it up right now. The top 7 OPS guys, right? Or Jordan, 63rd percentile. James Wood, 90. Rice, 82. Soto, 96. Shohei, 56. And then Camero, 57. Schwarber, 77. So these guys are upper percentile in chase rate, and it automatically shows in their OPS and average and everything else that like we're getting on base, we're doing damage. And so I think there's a direct correlation, kind of what we were talking about earlier too, with the whole if you strike out at a high clip, like you're not going to make it. I mean, that's just proof in the pudding right there, where if you chase, you are just helping these arms out. Because once again, 3-2 curveballs are going to happen more often than 3-2 fastballs. Like they're going to try and get you to chase and get you out. Like you get yourself out versus they get you out kind of situation. And that kind of just proves my point right to a T right there, that these guys who are the elite OPS hitters in this game are not chasing.
Yeah, you had a pretty good, I would assume, at least just playing with you forever, you had a pretty good eye. So I don't know if you have like your own thoughts on like how did you get to that point? Like how do you even develop that type of? Because Camaro's done that. He's gone like year whatever it was last year till now. He's cut down like his chase rate and his swing rate, so like that's contributed to some better numbers. But yeah, like how do you even develop that type of stuff?
I think it's just putting yourself in the best position to launch from, right? So if you're always out on that front foot, or you're just always chasing, like, or sometimes it's just like mentally, you're 0 for 15, you're like, shit, I need a hit right here, and you just start pressing, kind of thing. Like there's different ways that stuff happens, but definitely struggled in high A only because I could not see the ball at frickin' PK Park. That shit was brutal. That's the worst field to play in America. If I was a kid going through college, whatever it was, and I would go to Oregon for a tour, nah, bro, that batter's eye, that is the worst batter's eye I've ever seen in my life. Not to mention the shadow at like 5 o'clock, bro, god awful. Kids don't play there. Anyways, off topic.
Pitchers go to Oregon. Pitchers go to Oregon.
Yeah, if you're a pitcher and you want to go get drafted, go to Oregon. Hitters can't see for the first freaking 6 innings. Anyways, I think it's just something that kind of like what Ben talked about. The hit tool is kind of just there. That bat to ball is kind of just there. It's just, are you in a good position to consistently launch from, or are you always kind of out on the front side chasing that shit, like giving up free strikes, giving the pitcher free strikes, I should say. Little stuff like that doesn't necessarily show up in the scorebook at the time, but will definitely add up over time, if that makes sense.
Yeah, definitely. I'm trying to take a look at some of these stats now from this game here.
From the Futures game?
Yeah. I know my boy Alfredo Duno played. He went 0 for 2. Got a lot of stock in him in our fantasy league. Catcher.
You want to hear my bone to pick for the week?
What's your bone, Ben?
I'm sick and tired of getting 40 All-Stars. 80. I mean, like seriously, there's so many replacements. Like, I get it, dude. It's a 162 game haul. We talked about it not too long ago about how long the season is and how tired you get and all this stuff, but it sucks not to see the best players in. And like, I mean, no offense. I mean, these guys are all-stars, right? Like, they're the next guys up and they're great. They're MLB baseball players. They're 1,000 times better than me. I understand that. But like, honestly, if I get a Tristan Peters, Foster Griffin all-star game matchup, don't mind if I walk to the kitchen and get something to eat. I mean, it's not doing it for me. But like, you got Tristan Peters, sit on Rafaela, Nick Martinez. Like, there's some cool stories here. Don't get me wrong, but like, there's so many guys that drop out, and there's so many just like replacements, and it's kind of irritating. Just in my opinion, respectfully. I don't know.
What do you? I mean, I see what you're saying, but what are you supposed to do if they're injured or drop out? Then what? Cancel it.
Shorten the roster, dude. Shorten the roster. Make guys play. Is it criminal to make two? Can we have 2 first basemen instead of 3 or 4? Can we go 4 and 5 innings? I mean, let's get 2 and 3 ABs for, the superstars of the game. Let's get 3 at bats for Bobby Witt. Let's see what he can do. It's an all-star game. I want to see Bobby Witt. Let's get Jordan up there 3 times. Let's not replace him with, whoever's going to come in after him, Wilson Contreras or whoever else, like Munetaka Murakami. Don't get me wrong. We've been on this White Sox tangent. Love the White Sox. Murakami's played in like maybe half the games this year. Like, and he's an all-star. Like, I'd rather see Jordan. I don't know. That's just me. That's my bone.
That comes back to, once again, the stupid fan votes that happen now.
Oh.
Rather than actually being an all-star. Because once again, like, there's some guys who are questionable all-stars who shouldn't be on this roster, right? Just statistically wise, not opinion wise. Like, statistically, another guy's better than you, or he's a bigger star than you, yet you're starting over him. Like, that's just how it is. And so because the fans, they have this louder voice, right, of who they want to see. Now they're in the All-Star game. Like, did you guys see the whole Zack Wheeler thing?
Oh, yeah.
No.
He felt disrespected, so he literally turned down he said he felt like the 8th option. Yeah. So he rejected the offer to go to the All-Star game.
Yeah.
Not to mention
10-1 today, or 10-1, 2.13 RA, whip of 0.89.
You want to hear my other bone to pick?
He's second in ERA. How is he not an all-star? Because you want to see other people like
bone. This is gonna piss you off even more, AK. You know the commissioner gets to designate a Legends pick. So
what shit does that mean?
Justin Verlander is named as the commissioner's legend pick. So Justin Verlander is technically an all-star this year. He will not be active for the game since he's hurt. Do you know who the NL commissioner's selection pick is?
Who?
Legend.
I don't know.
It's Bryce Harper, dude. He's already an all-star. Why is he a Legends pick? Like, it's supposed to be for like Miguel Cabrera on his way out the door, or Albert Pujols, or Clayton Kershaw, like Justin Verlander. Why the hell is it Bryce Harper? What is that?
That is, dude, baseball is in a weird state, man. It is in a very weird state.
You know what this is probably a cover-up for is when they had the MLBPA or whatever, the bargain disputes, and I guess Manfred went into spring training, talked to the Phillies, and like him and Harper, like, basically had a back and forth exchange that wasn't too positive in the media. So might be a little tip.
We're good.
Yeah, we're good. Bryce, we got you in, dude. I got you. Commissioner's pick.
So stupid. Yeah, but I'm
flabbergasted,
bro. And how do you fuck up the first overall pick? You have one job, Rock Chalosky.
Yeah,
like, how do you butcher his name that bad? And apparently he was like coughing in the middle of another guy's intro. Like, These are your first round picks. This is your talent. This is your game. Like, this is the first introductions. Like, yeah, Manfred coughed during like introducing my name. That is a shitty introduction. And I'm a 16th rounder who got my video played on the screen with a couple of different freaking videos from college. I would rather take that than to be not embarrassed. Like, obviously, I'd rather be a first rounder, granted, right? but then here, Manfred, Andrew, Cashel, like, you know what I'm saying? And just like absolutely butcher the moment. Obviously, I'm in the moment. I'm going to be happy because I got drafted to whoever in the first round, and I just made $8 million. Of course, pause. Right? I'm not mad, but I'm saying like it's a bad look for the fans. Like, this is your generation. This is your league. This is your crop of talent, and like, I don't know. It just kind of rubs me the wrong way that like you can't spend or you can't hold it in or fight it for 2 extra seconds or spend an extra 5 minutes to try and get someone's name right. Just a bad look.
Yeah.
Silly. I'm trying
See,
to.
now you got me going down this this like who doesn't deserve it list. I'm trying to look at, but
how much of the fans?
Like Mike Trout's on there. That's not the Legends pick.
No,
yeah, I mean Trouty's have a good year though.
Trout was a starter. He was elected by the fans, dude. Jesus Luzardo's an all-star. Again, no ill,
He's been on fire.
Good pitcher. Lately, yes, but he has a 3.5. Like, bro. Give me Kyle Harrison. You axe the Las Vegas start, and he's got a 2. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. That Vegas start is nuts.
The game at 35 runs.
Yeah, pretty insane. Hey, you want to know who? If we're going to be handing out all-stars, Marsh, I know you agree with this. Dylan Lee.
Yeah.
Best setup man in baseball right now.
Go Dogs.
That is a criminal.
Yeah, if we're just handing these things out like cupcakes, let's get the best setup man in ball in. Guy's been untouchable this year.
Okay, I got the voting like percentages. So fans control 100% of the starting player spots. So that's 9 spots are there. Then player ballots control the next 7 players, and then the commissioner's office picks 6 players for the roster share. So I mean, the fans vote for the starting 9, but then the actual players vote for whoever else afterwards. I should just feel like it should be just. I feel like the players should pick the actual starting 9, and the fans can pick the rest.
Yeah, but then but then you're gonna get into an issue of like guys playing favorites and like voting for their teammates, even if they're deserving or undeserving.
Yeah,
and then you're gonna run into, I don't like this guy. He's a
dick. Yeah,
we emptied the dugouts against them. They suck. I hate them.
The whole Josh Naylor situation. Nobody likes you.
Yeah,
that was crazy. Bro. They were like teammates at one point.
Yeah, they're teammates.
They were. Yeah, definitely were.
They're teammates.
That's why they traded him, I guess. Right? That's why they traded him.
Apparently, shoot.
To cut someone's hand, bro, or to frickin' lose. What was his name?
Garrett Stone.
Dude, that's a crazy story to be hiding in the closet, pop out with a knife, and then like accidentally slice his nerve, and he still can't feel it to this day, or something like that. That's a crazy story. What are you doing to hide in the closet with a knife, bro?
Nah, dude. I mean, some of AK, some of the minor leaguers, dude, they're wild dudes. They're just.
I feel like, but hiding is.
I never had.
I know.
I had no one ever hiding in my room before I got home.
Believe me, I understand this is beyond strange, but I'm just saying in general, like AK, you probably speak to this. There's some wild dudes in the minor leagues who are just, you got to have a certain type of mindset to make it even to that point. And like some of it's a little bit crazy. You got to have a little bit of crazy disbelief to get you to that point, and it leads to some interesting personalities, I'd say.
Of course, it doesn't mean. Of course, there are wild stories, yes, but does not mean
when you get back to the room after this all happens and you say, "You're gonna snitch on me?" ?
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's some good stories, but nothing like no stories that I have that freaking getting popped out with like a knife and like injuring a player, and then my organization hushing it and sweep it under the rug.
It's kind of badass.
Yeah, that's how you know you have emotion, I guess.
If you play, you got a bag from Seattle.
You want to talk some Red Sox baseball?
Oh, 9 in a row. Yeah.
And more specifically, did you see how they won today?
Yes. Devin Williams. Travesty.
No, do not blame him. It was Lindor.
Oh, I did not.
It was a 2-0 game, bottom 9. Obviously Mets are at home, runner on first. Taylor made double play ball up the middle to Lindor. If he turns it, game over. Bobbles it, trips and falls. Williams. So it's now second and first. Should have been game. Second and first, 1 out. Walks the next guy. They hit a couple bloop singles. They tie it up, and then they bunt a guy over. Hit a sac fly in extras. It went 3-2. But like, it's like it's been a meme all year the way that the Mets find ways to lose. But like, it's almost unbelievable some of the things that they've done this season. And I mean, Lindor's been like kind of a catalyst to some of these crazy like innings that they've given up when it seems like he misses a ground ball and all of a sudden they collapse.
It's the microscope, dude. It's the losses just compound. It's the same thing for the Giants. The Giants suck. The closer situations, which is wild for the Giants. The same thing for Devin Williams. Devin Williams had some struggles, but yeah, it just seems like when it's bad, it's just awful. It's beyond awful. So I get it. I mean, it's nobody talks about the Braves right now are kind of skidding, and they've let the Phillies kind of make ground on them before the All-Star break here. But like nobody's talking about that because they got off to such a good start in April and in May, right? But like if you do that to start the year and then you continue to do it, like guess what? You're gonna have some low lights, and they're gonna get brought to the media and brought to attention. So sucks.
And I don't even know if people realize like. I mean, I'm sure everyone that plays realizes, but how contagious like mistakes are when they happen on the field. Like if someone drops a pop fly, someone misses a ground ball. I don't know if you get nervous or there's something going on like in the air. Like if someone makes a mistake on your team, like it compounds and it's hard to stop the bleeding. Like I don't know what it is with baseball and like the airs, but like if you're gonna have like a 3-year game, like it could very easily turn into 7, like as a team. Like I don't know, especially at the lower levels. Dude, when you were at Fresno State, that was probably one of the worst fielding years I've ever seen in my life. That was really bad.
AK, does it have to do with like wanting to overcompensate to like just try to, you're putting
it's just the baseball gods. It's just the baseball gods. Mars, go ahead. You finish your sentence about at Fresno, bro.
No, I mean like it's really no slander. It's just I had never seen so many dropped fly balls in my life. It was bad. It was really bad. I'd never seen so many drop fly balls. And then, I'll give the infielders benefit of the doubt because sometimes it's hard. The bind and bounces are tough. But I mean, both ways. There was a lot of mistakes in general. But it was a season long worth of one. It was just something like once the season ends, you can kind of scratch it and start fresh. But like when you're in the middle of a season, it just felt like that was like the trend. And that's what it feels like for the Mets. It's just a trend to just make mistakes over and over.
That sucks, man. That's not a good feeling. Because like I said, Marsh, I remember the one game. Shoot, I'll pull it up here in a minute. Remember we were up like 12-0 against Air Force or against San Diego State?
No, I don't remember.
We lost 21-14.
It's so crazy.
Well, let me find out the actual stats. Hold on, let me find the actual stats.
21-14. Were we playing at Air Force?
No, it was San Diego State.
I know. I'm joking.
I got it. Ball knowledge. Yeah,
that
man,
was.
It's strictly like you don't know what the hell is going on. Your head coach is there like, what the shit? The baseball gods are just like slander you. All of a sudden, the pitchers can't throw strikes. Like, it just happens. But for us that year, it happened almost every fucking game. like we could we could bang. Our team could bang so good. Like we were good hitters, but we cannot field or pitch to save our lives. And so when you can't play defense or pitch to save your life, like, it's just a bad combination to have 20 to 5 games, 20 to 15 games, 15 to 14 games. Like,
yeah. I mean, there was probably a lot of high scoring games that year. What are you trying to find exactly? Like what game? The San Diego one?
No, I'm trying to find the exact San Diego game. Yeah. Oh man, I might be searching here for a second. All right, Marsh, what do you see? Marsh, what do you see with the high school guys? What do you see with the high school guys? Like the guys who take it seriously, I should say, or versus the guys who kind of just show up for baseball practice, like, I'm good at it, but I don't know. Or like, is there any like training facilities like an OPP in Gilroy or Morgan Hill that like people that would go to? It's like, yeah, it shows how much better you are than someone else, sort of sense.
I think, like I said earlier, with the skill and everything, I don't think that's an issue anywhere. I think everywhere has talent. Every team has talent. I think it's more of like and this isn't just baseball, because I've coached basketball. I've seen how football works. It's like a leadership thing, and maybe it's just these kids are young, but it feels like there's like a total lack of like leadership and like accountability from like the younger generation. Like, they're scared to almost hold their teammates accountable because it's like weird to get on people and be like, hey, like, focus up, or like, it feels like there's just a lack of total leadership, and it comes all from the coaches. But you need people on the field, you need people on the court that are like an extension of the coach. And I see that everywhere, like in every sport, where maybe that's just something as we grow older, like we look back and we see like, oh, that's really important. But it feels like even more so nowadays. Maybe it's like a social media thing. Like, people are just like so afraid of like being like cringe, or like being like just speaking up. So that's what I see. I mean, it just feels like if there's no leaders and there's no people that want to hold their teammates accountable, like, it's hard to I don't know, to take the game seriously.
Yeah, and really build something, or build a culture of like winning or like actually taking that shit seriously at a high school level. Because I know Gilroy is like, I know like the whole CIF is not, dude. Now that I'm in Arizona, like Arizona baseball is like up here. No, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like, where we played at, and like Gilroy High School, Chris all that stuff. Like, like there's like levels to this shit. Like, you guys, dude.
We saw with the West Catholic stuff.
I'm in a pretty rich league and area down here too, where I'm at.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I remember March, I think I faced the hardest guy I faced was Ben, that pitcher who wore a face mask our freshman year, or he was a freshman and he went to like USC. And I think he threw like 85, 86 his freshman year.
Yeah.
Other than that, we were facing what? 77, 75 to like 80. Well, yeah. Bro, these kids down here in Arizona are throwing like 95s now. All these A5 schools or D1 or A5 schools, it has like school rankings, whatever it is, basically based by school size. You have like almost 6 to 10 D1 commits on each team that like are in the Final Four this year, from like Hamilton or like Corona del Sol or whatever these high schools are.
You can like, argue it's insane. There's any pocket anywhere that's really, really good.
No, but it's it's different out here. Like,
I understand. It's different. I get it. Plus, but like Marsh said, like, it's very regional. Like, once you get to a certain area where I'm at, like in SoCal, like those are the kids too. You know what I mean? And then like when you get to a certain portion, I'm sure in the Northeast and in the South, down in Miami, like I'm sure that there's different like subsects of areas that are like, this is legit. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, it gets watered down because the more competitive kids tend to gravitate to the more competitive areas, and then the less competitive kids tend to be okay with where they're at, and they're like, yeah, give me the 70 poo and let me hit some doubles and triples and bombs and feel good about myself, and I don't really care if I go to the next level. I just want to play and have fun. So it's all
I think there's a direct correlation though of like high level like facilities that these kids train at versus like not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, dude, there are so many facilities down here, and like it's insane.
Yeah.
Like you said, the technology, like all this stuff, and the coaching. Yeah, but like what in Gilroy, you have what?
Well, I mean, again, like it's very regional. Like I don't know what area that those kids are in, but like there's a lot of money involved in that stuff too. Like a lot of people cannot afford that type of stuff.
Let's give a little bit of context.
You act like Gilroy. You act like Gilroy's not a rich place.
Okay, but like AK context, like you're saying, like there's no facilities in Gilroy, or if there is, they're very limited in their capacity and like what they're doing, and like the kids that are coming in and out of there. Right, you go to San Jose, where the West Catholic Athletic League is, and it's like boom, all of a sudden, you got these kids who are getting drafted at a high school from that area, and they are like very, very talented players. Like, you're gonna have anomalies everywhere, right? And those kids do a good job of seeking out the things that they need to get them to that level, right? But in general, like the bigger cities and the bigger hubs, they get the kids and they are able to stick them in those facilities. They're able to, you know, hone in on their craft, and they're able to get to the next level. So I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I had like an OPP or something growing up. I do wish I had that, where you're just trained and trained and trained.
That's very new OPP though too. Center. This is very new age stuff. Like it wasn't.
I know it is. I know it is. I'm just saying. Like, I'm saying I wish I had it. And like it was just travel ball and like other stuff. But like, we didn't know better. Like. Who knew?
Yeah, and we're also talking about the state strictly only too. Like there's other parts of the world where they're playing baseball everywhere. You know what I mean? Like their technology is a little bit, you know, either more advanced or more limited, right? And so like it's all what they make out of it and how they train. Those guys probably know the game a lot better because they're always playing. Like there's a real love and passion for the game in the Dominican and in Puerto Rico and in Venezuela. So like those guys are playing it. They love it. They eat, sleep, breathe baseball. So like Marsha's saying, like with the knowledge of the game, those guys are probably ahead in those areas. And then eventually they're able to come to where there's a little more equipment and machines and things that specialize, and then they can take those things and run with them. So it's all
but even then the Latin, bro, what do you think the Latins do? They go to school for 2 hours and then they're at like academies, like
playing ball, man. They're
like Jose Canseco Academy, like or Fernando Tatis Academy. Like they did ass train every single day. That's literally what they do. They train every fucking day, from hitting, pitching, fielding, games. Like that's all they do in the Latin countries. Like I've been to one of those facilities. Like I literally went to the DR to like tour like the Giant Stadium, like the White Sox. Like when I was in high school, I was like, holy shit! Like all these guys do is play baseball. Like damn. I remember seeing a kid who got signed for like $1 million who was 16. Bro threw 100 miles per hour. He was like an anomaly. Don't know his name or what happened to him, but I was like, holy shit, he's my age. Like, so it's down there. It's just like, once again, do you have the right stuff to train? Or even if it's a little bit farther away from you, are you willing to make an hour drive every day to go get better and, you know, hone in on your craft?
I got another question then, because this is related to this. Like we basically all agree that there's a lot of advancements in you know, like the youth sports. So like, how do you think the new USSSA bats? You guys saw that, right? With the USSSA bats, how they're coming to high school. Well, Ben, as you know, previously it wasn't even USSSA, it was just BB Core, right? And BB Core was just high school and above. It's drop 3, right?
Yeah.
And now USSSA is taking over. It's still going to be USSSA with the BB Core stamp, but like starting in 2028, you can swing anywhere from a drop 3 to a drop 6 in high school.
That's fucking wild.
I mean, and the argument is just that, you know, like a 14, 15-year-old freshman doesn't necessarily need to be swinging a drop 3 right off rip. And then as they get to 18, when they're a senior, they can start swinging a drop 3. But even if not, they can still be 18.
That
and swing a
line's
drop
gonna
6.
get blurred. That
Bro,
line's gonna get
imagine-
blurred
bro,
so
imagine
hard.
you're-
That's
you're a
bad.
senior.
I don't agree with that.
No, hell no. You're kid.
Dude,
There's gonna be bats. You're gonna make a 33-inch drop 6. Are you shitting me, bro?
Yeah, they're
Bro,
going
you're
to.
gonna be able to whip that. The thing of it is, it's all mechanics, right? AK, like you whip through the zone, you're gonna create more speed. That's more force. More force is power. You hit a ball directly back at someone on the mound who has 0 time to react, and still like developing kid, like you do some serious damage, dude. That's scary. I don't know if I agree.
yeah.
And then
I'm sure there's smarter people than me that know what they're doing, but I don't know. Sorry, Marsh, go ahead.
I mean, just to advocate for them, I don't think strongly one way or the other. I'm unsure, but the bats drop 3 to drop 6 are supposed to be the same in terms of like the
How?
juice and the exit though. Like they're
Yeah,
gonna make sure
right.
they're tampered down. That's what that.
Yeah,
that's
right.
They're not gonna. There's gonna be some juice. Like
Again.
remember the XL1s. There's gonna be
Yeah.
some juice XL1.
Oh,
that
yeah.
just absolutely comes to the market, and it's gonna be like, holy shit, this is the hot bat. Everyone's swinging it because you're swinging
The
on bouncy
XL1
ball off the bat.
XL1 was the yellow bat, right? The yellow and black one.
Yeah, the yellow one. Yeah,
They had the silver
absolute
one
juice.
too.
Yeah, but the yellow and black ones were juice.
The CF4 too had a little bit of juice to it, huh?
Yeah.
So
it
did
did.
so did the toxic.
So did the catalyst.
The
So did
bomb
the
bat.
catalyst. The catalyst.
The catalyst was crazy. I remember like when AK got that bat. What was that? The drop 10 beat, like
Yeah.
drop 10 big barrel, something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
But we thought it was trash, and maybe it was. But like when it was on the verge of breaking, that thing was so hot. Like it sounded just like a bazooka. Like when you hit it, like had like the largest, the loudest.
Dude, literally
thump.
the barrel was literally like literally probably this big. It was a drop 10. And I remember it snapped in half we were in like Monterey or something like that.
I remember using it at Twin Creeks. You were using it, and it was just like,
Oh,
that sounds insane. You
the,
might hit a home
the
run with it, too.
original. You know what bat was also juiced was the Combat B1. I love that bat.
I used that one. I had that one.
Oh
The
man,
Combats
that
were
bat
good.
was so good.
Bro, dude, these bats these kids are swinging now, bro. You see it's crazy. All the new bats that these kids have.
They're good. These bats are still good. Like I know the
know.
BB core and all these things. Like these bats are still juiced.
Mars, you're gonna see that shit firsthand, huh? With all these drop 6s. So you can
I
let
mean,
us
we'll
know
see.
when
That's
when
3
when
years.
season
We'll
comes
see.
back. When season comes back around for you guys, you're like, yeah, this
It's 3 years
drops-
away.
Oh, it
Three
is 3 years away.
It's
Oh, I
or 2 years. It's 2028.
Nah.
All right. Well, when we have this podcast
Hey.
still in a couple years, you're like, yeah, this 33-inch drop 6 is still pretty elite.
Did you guys ever use the Anderson Texzilla?
Yeah, of course.
What?
Mine was
dude.
dented.
Well, those bats got dented, but dude, they still had crazy juice, dude. Those things were
Yeah, they were
insane.
good. That's like a
I
classic
searched-
Hollister bat
searched-
right there.
It was Hollister. Yeah, the Hollister had so many of those. I searched alligator baseball bat in 2006 and I found it. I couldn't remember exactly what it was, but I found it on the internet. Hell yeah, dude. Oh,
Hey.
good times.
So here's the game that I was talking about Fresno State, San Diego State. We lost 21-14. So we went ahead after 4 innings. We're winning 12-3. Okay. I had a homer to the right, 3-run pump. Ivan Luna.
Is this
solo
at
pump.
home?
Yeah, at home. So
Okay.
then and Luna had another pump, making it 14-5. So we had 14 runs through 13 hits through 5 innings. And then the 6th inning, San Diego State has 8 runs, 6 hits, 4 walks, 3 wild pitches, 8 runs, and 3 Fresno State pitchers were used in that inning. So
Can you
we
type
went-
who was pitching? I just want to know.
Larson,
Okay.
Cruz, and then Kenny. Those 3 guys were going. And so they went from trailing 14-5 to trailing 14-13. Eventually in the 8th inning, Poncho Ruiz tied up the single to make it 14-14. And then bases loaded, 2 outs. Me at the plate in the 8th inning. I freaking popped out to the center fielder, apparently it said. So that end of the inning. And then 9th inning, 7 runs. 7 runs in the 9th inning by San Diego State. So going up from 14-5 after 5. We lose 21-14 in 2021. That was the most deflating loss I've ever had in my life. It was actually wild.
That was prior to the year I was there then.
Oh yeah. Yes. They outscored us 16-0 after the freaking 5th inning. Like, you want to talk about absolute meltdown? Bro. Like I said, we can hit. We could absolutely hit. But like, we cannot play defense or pitch.
Is Ben's mic on? Or what? Sorry. You guys hear that? Ben? It's like static.
Benny?
Is it me?
It might be a TV or something going on. Yeah, it's you.
It's him, yeah.
Yeah, TV or something going on.
Sounds like the bathtub was ready. Oh. Yeah, he's got like
the cold plunge.
The cold plunge, yeah.
the cold plunge has been running for 50 minutes.
Nah, dude. What happened was, you see the thing. I went to the bathroom. I had to turn off my camera. I had to go to the bathroom. That was the toilet refilling, dude.
Oh, for 50, almost an hour.
Yeah, it's a slow dissipating. You know, it's an older house, dude. It just takes a while to fill back up, dude. Is what
Crazy
it is.
How loud it was. The mic is supposed to only like pick up like from your face.
Yeah, it's just in the other room here. So it's about 10 feet away. I mean, I just go out this door right here, and then right around the corner, it's right there. So yay. Sorry about it. Can you still hear it?
Do you guys have any updates on Judge if he's healthy? What the update is on him?
They said that he was going for imaging to see if it had gotten any better. So.
I Marsh, the whole Durbin thing, I got the scoop.
Yeah.
Well, not the scoop, but I had a partial scoop. Basically, my agents, I have the same agency, or I had the same agency as him, as Durbin. And so basically kind of like reached out to someone like, hey, like, what's going on with this? And so apparently the Red Sox were trying to change his swing or something like that. And then tinkering at this, tinkering at that. Like, obviously they're like all drive line guys. And so when you're obviously a teacher man hater and you're doing bad, they're obviously going to shit on you. And so apparently he did go work with Rich around that time as well, or beforehand, or after Gradium or whatever it was. So he did work with Rich. So for people to say like he's just not working with Rich anymore, or he's not like a teacher man guy, it's just like kind of bullshit now. Like,
so he's doing both?
No, I think that was probably a one-time thing. And it there was remember JP Crawford, I told you went to Driveline and they posted him his one time he went there for 4 months straight. Like they milked it out for 4 months. It's probably something like that where he hit with them one time and they're still milking out the same like clips from that one time they hit for like 2 hours. Could you can easily take a segment of like, remember, shorts are only 1 minute. So you spent a guy 120 minutes with one guy. And you take 1 minute of that clip right there of you coaching or him taking swings, like you have another 119 minutes to make it worth the content. So
yeah, they play every day, so you got every game to watch and wait till you get to hit.
But now all of a sudden people are like, oh, he's not HLP, but like he's doing HLP. So it's funny how it just shows how like people who shit on HLP the most are the guys that don't understand it the most. Like seriously. Like, if you don't understand HLP, you just tell kids to swing up and, like, I'm hitting pop-ups. But, like, you're only hitting pop-ups because your hands are getting disconnected before you hit the ball, right? Or if you're getting on your backside and you're stuck, that's because there's no forward move and no stretch in your backside. Like, but all of a sudden, it's like, oh, you're just swinging off one leg and you're hitting pop-ups. Like, yes, the cues are weird. The hand pivot is weird. Everything else in between is weird. But for it to say it's just a pop-up swing is, like, bullshit because it's not. Like, I've done it. Other people have done it. I coach kids that do it, and it's not pop-ups, right? They're line drives through the side. Yeah, we might get under it a little more than the usual guy. So what's the difference of me hitting a fly ball at 40 versus you hitting a ground ball at -20? They're both outs. So what's the fucking difference? You know what I'm saying? So
I did see that video you posted today or recently. It was like, we hit line drives or something like that, and it was just line drives up the middle.
Like, yeah. Bro, I can make a post. You know how crazy the hate on HLP is, bro? I can make a post where I hit the back net 5 out of 5 times, and people be like, "Oh, it's easy when it's coming, you HLP hitter." Or I can hit a ball on the track, man. I can hit 5 home runs, and it'd be like, "Oh, those are all pop-ups to the warning track." Like, it doesn't matter what you do as an HLP guy; they're just gonna shit down your throat and like just tell you suck for whatever hostile reason. Like, I've never gone on someone's page on Instagram and been like, "Yeah, knob the ball. You're a fucking idiot. Let's debate." Like, bro, I don't give a fuck what you do. If you're helping kids get better, then good. That's the entire point of being a fucking hitting coach. Why is it about what technique they do? Why does it matter if a guy's a scissor board or a water bag or knob the ball? I don't give a fuck. So for people to take it so personally, especially the older generations, like mind-boggling. Or guys who never played past high school ball that just like shit on everything that like Judge does or I do or Teacher Man or AJ or whatever it was. It's like, bro, you never even fucking played past JV baseball. I was closer to the big leagues than you were sniffing a fucking NAIA field. So like, just pipe down. Like, it just kind of pisses me off sometimes when people shit on something that they just don't know. Like, my best comeback is Marsh. Let's go here. Here's the Marsh. Let's say Ben, you're talking shit on HLP, right?
HLP sucks, dude.
HLP sucks. Ben, do you tell a dentist what tooth to clean? Yes or no?
I mean, no.
Do you if a contractor is working on your house, do you tell them what house or what wood to put in for your house board or the roofing?
This is a bad analogy, but yeah, I'm gonna tell them, hey, this messed up over here, dude.
If you're a semi-truck driver, or if you're not a semi-truck driver, like, or you're seeing a guy driving a big rig, are you going to tell him how to back up a big rig?
I could help him directionally.
You're a twat. Anyways, the answer is no to all of those. So why all of a sudden would you want to give your advice on hitting when you never even did the thing at a high level, regardless of that, right? Let the professionals talk and just pipe down. Hey, we're good. You're good over there. We got HLP.
Sorry.
You're good. We're good. Yeah, thanks for fucking my analogy, Ben.
I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry.
Right,
I messed
Marsh.
up the whole flow.
Nope. Okay, Marsh, your turn. See if we can get it right, because it's definitely be a clip. Marsh, go ahead and talk shit on HLP.
What? Did he leave?
No. All right, well, he's back.
It's fucked up, dude. It's fucked up.
All right, Marsh, go ahead. Just say some shit on HLP.
Yeah, why would I strike out and not be able to hit a ball above my hands?
Oh, that's what you think is going on, Marsh? Do you tell a dentist what tooth to clean when you're at the dentist?
You do the same one?
No, I was kidding. But you know what I'm saying? It just pisses me off.
Come on, put some new analogies. Come on. Let's go.
Okay.
I need new ones. I need fresh.
Okay. Do you tell a teacher how to teach? Do you tell a surgeon what part to cut open? Do you tell a nurse what IVs she needs per each bag? No, you just let the professionals do what they need to do, and you just pipe down and let other people do their job.
And what platform, or it could be all of them, but like, which one are you seeing the most pushback on?
Facebook.
Yeah.
Well, it's fun. So hear me out. Facebook is kind of a crazy space.
Yeah.
Facebook is a crazy. It's like the wild, wild west. I'm not gonna lie to you. Facebook has been my fastest growing platform, and I maybe joined about a month ago. And like Meta is like connected, so I can post Instagram and Facebook. So I'm gaining the most followers per day on Facebook, but I'm also getting the most pushback per day on Facebook. Like, it's kind of funny.
Get off
like,
my lawn.
Yeah, like, people like want to know. Like, there's a certain point of generation of like that people want to learn HLP and like want to kind of follow, and there's other people who follow just like shit on the stuff, if that makes sense. But it's my fastest growing platform, which is funny.
So I don't want to throw any shade, but that's it's a certain demographic. I'm not gonna throw them under the bus. It's a certain group. They know who they are. We all know who it is. Okay.
What about them, man? What about them? What about that demographic?
I'm not gonna say the word. I'm not gonna further go into this, but we all know. Facebook, we all know who's there. Enough said. Enough said. Everybody knows because I just said that. Everybody knows. Everybody knows.
Everyone knows who's on Facebook.
It's unspoken, but it's been spoken.
It's like, you know what's funny? It's like you got the old heads on Facebook. You got us on Instagram.
Who said that?
And then you got the new generation on TikTok. That's pretty accurate. They have Facebook.
I don't do TikTok.
I don't do TikTok either. Like, I don't. Instagram, YouTube Shorts. That's my bread and butter.
Oh, YouTube Shorts are so good.
YouTube Shorts. Love me some YouTube Shorts.
Hey, speaking of YouTube Shorts, here you go. Here's one. What the heck happened to Cal Raleigh? Wait, have you guys seen how bad his stats are? Like, they're not just like he's like half of the player he was last year. And like, don't get me wrong, I wasn't expecting 60 bombs. I mean, if you'd have told me, 30, maybe. He's at 9 right now. He's got a 310 slug. He was at 589 last year, dude. Like,
he went from the big dumper to a quarter dumper.
He went from I don't even know how to describe this, dude. He's hitting 169. Not nice.
Hey, but he's getting paid though. He got his bag though.
Did he get it? Are you sure?
No, Blake's still got to be messed up, dude. There's no way.
Well, we saw this. We saw the signs during the freaking World USA or the Team USA stuff.
Dude, that's like 4 games.
Crazy,
what do you mean?
Crazy take. Spring training, crazy take. Okay, I got to stir the pot a little bit. It's a podcast, bro.
Well, yeah, you're wrong. Be better.
No, I know. It takes. Remember, Marshall Bates would always tell us it would take about 70 at bats or so for guys to actually feel comfortable. So whatever you do in the first 70 at bats from spring training to your first like big league stuff, wash, lucky, right? Anything after, Ben, what happened to your face,
dude? This adapter, man. This adapter, I'm getting a new one, man. I'm sorry. This thing sucks.
Why was it so bright everywhere?
Dude, well, because the problem is it shifted to my Max camera, dude. It shifted to my computer camera. Okay,
that was crazy. He was frozen. He's like,
bro, you literally
if
like
I
this.
shift, if this thing moves even the slightest bit, see ya. That's what happened. I dropped out earlier. Maybe it was a rage quit, and I just didn't want to deal with it after AK called me. I don't know, but anywho.
All right, well, let's wrap this up. I want everyone to go 1 minute take or under a minute take. Just a hot topic. That way I have some more clips to make.
That's what I want.
Just gave you one. Dude.
You give us one, AK.
All right, I'll give you another one. All right, if you who out of these 5 players do you expect to come back? You got George Springer, Cal Raleigh, Eugenio Suarez, Salvador Perez, Michael Busch. Those are your top 5 slug percentage decrease year over year from 2025 to 2026. Who do you got coming back and why?
I got Eugenio. Just because I'm a little biased of the protections he's had the last couple of years. And the reason why I know that is because I had him on fantasy, to be completely honest with you guys. Like, that's all I know what he did. But the home run production has always been there. It's just a matter of fact if he can stay healthy and if he's not nagging with any injuries. And I don't see why Eugenio can't finish the second half with, at least 15 to 20 pumps to really help the Reds make a case for a playoff push.
I'm going to take the only guy under the age of 30 on that list. I'm going to take Michael Busch. I think that once the ball starts to fly more in Wrigley, I think that that'll play to his advantage. I think all these other guys, I guess Cal's not on the other side of 30. He's still 29. But I like Michael Busch. I like the Cubs offense as a whole. I think that they're going to score some runs. And I just think he's got room to improve on. I think some of those older guys, Salvi, Suarez is 34, Springer, he had a crazy year last year, but he's sitting at 36. So those guys are just older. So age followed time, undefeated.
Yeah, I mean, if I had to choose, Schwarber was on that list. Did you say Schwarber?
No, it was Springer, Cal Raleigh.
Okay, well, I know. I just thought you
Suarez,
said him.
Salvi, Michael Bush.
I feel like this was the most obvious answer is George Springer. I know, like you said, they're all older, but I feel like those guys either lost bat speed or are actually old. Like, yeah, Springer's old. He had a crazy good year last year, crazy good playoff run. He's always injured, sure, but like, I don't know. This guy always finds a way to hit, dude. He gets high, he gets streaky. Same with Suarez. Like Suarez is like a second half player too.
Springer had 309 with a 399 on base percentage and a 959 OPS last year. He is sitting at 218 average, 303 on base, and a 677 OPS. Yuck.
Well, I have a separate hot take.
Yeah, I need it.
But let me look at the standings real quick because I just want to have the numbers correctly for my take. But the Rays currently have a 3-game lead over the Yankees. And we've kind of talked about how their pitching staff has kind of carried them in past years, but like doesn't seem to be the case this year. But once they get Tarek Skubal, they're gonna get even freaking scarier in the AL East and in the American League in general. So I think they're gonna make a run at Skubal. I think there's been some rumors about it swirling as we get closer to the deadline, but I think they're gonna put up a package for him and see if the Tigers accept it.
I've heard they've also been linked to Ketel Marte down in Tampa as well.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I mean, they're 2.5 back. They're not out of it. I don't understand this Ketel Marte. I saw that clip that we had. I don't understand that. I still don't.
Bro,
it confuses me.
Bro, I saw a post today about how the Rays are literally linked to looking to acquire Ketel Marte if the Diamondbacks are seriously looking to move off him.
Yeah, and Barry McCockner still tweets, dude. Come on. Let's get real.
Oh, shit.
My hot take, dude. My hot take, and granted, this is before the Red Sox run. I want it to be known. I said this a week and a half ago. I said one of the Red Sox or the Tigers, I will find the text message. One of the Red Sox or the Tigers will make the playoffs. The Red Sox are now sitting a half a game back, so that's not as bold. But I said one of those two teams. Los Tigres are 7-3 over their last 10, and they are one of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teams in the American League. 6 of the 15 teams. They're one of the 6 that has a positive run differential. So I think there's actually talent there, and I think that the Tigers are actually better than they played. They've had some bad luck. They've had some injuries, obviously. So watch out for the Tigers, and obviously the Red Sox are already there. So watch out for the Red Sox.
So then why would the Tigers trade Skubal if they're making this playoff push again?
They're not out of it. Yeah, they're not trading him yet. I don't know where you've heard that from. There's still plenty more time till deadline.
Perfect.
August
this is
3rd.
Perfect.
August 3rd.
Literally not just fucking say. DeMarshall literally just said the Rays have been linked to Skubal, and they're going to try and acquire him at the deadline.
I said they're going to acquire him. That was
he's going to get him.
They're
going to get Skubal.
All right, so, have my clip contradict it. Here you go. Clip this part right here. I don't think it's happening. Okay.
Marsh literally said Skubal's going to Tampa Bay, and your next clip is like, or your next take is, no, he's gonna help the Tigers, get the move train going back to the playoffs.
That's fine.
So feel free, ladies.
The problem is, I just wanted to say I told you so. Okay, but clearly I didn't think about it. It's like I'm tired. Sue me. Okay.
All right, man. If you just want to go to bed, just say so. It's okay.
I'm losing it.
All right, my hot take is.
Wait. Oh, go ahead.
My hot take is going to be that I would say Caleb Durbin gets his OPS back up to 700 by the end of the year. So obviously he had a slow start. Hear me out. He had a slow start for his first 60 games. That's half a season or 50 games. The last 27, he's batting .330 with a .350 on base, slugging .598. You're telling me if he can stay at this wave and or dip a little bit, come back down to reality a little bit, that over time, that 163 slash line can't be erased over the first whatever games? Because he's hitting.
You said his OPS above 700?
750. Sorry.
Oh, 750. Okay.
I definitely just said 700, huh? But I meant
Yeah, you
750.
did.
Yeah, because he's at a 686 OPS right now. 750.
All right, it's fair.
You want one more while we're at it?
One more, Ben.
The worst team in baseball at the end of the 2026 MLB season will be the. See, this is the
Angels.
problem. I don't even know what to call them. The Athletics.
Oh.
They're injury riddled and their pitching just continues to somehow get worse. I don't know how it's possible, but I think that the losses in Sacramento, when the ball starts flying like crazy and their bullpen blows even more games, will be even more deflating for their offense, and they'll just kind of give up. And they're kind of already getting there. They're on an L9 currently. They're 1-9 in their last 10, and I think that they've dropped 17 to 20. So if you're telling me they only got to lose 3 more to be at the bottom of the pack, I don't think that that's too out of the realm of possibility. Nick Kurtz is on the IL, along with a host of others. Muncy, Wilson, they're rolling out a AAA lineup right now. And they're still producing, to be fair, but the pitching is just so awful.
They're gonna be basically in the NL West, you're gonna be facing. You're gonna play games in Vegas in that altitude, and then you're gonna be playing games in freaking Colorado in that altitude. So now, to be honest with you, I mean, they better figure out the pitching.
Wait, you're confused.
Yeah, they're AL West. Big dog.
So yeah, you're right. Sorry, you're right. It's late. All
right, chalk it. Chalk it. We got the take.
You knew what I was getting at, though. I was saying the A's are gonna have to go. They're gonna have to take a page out of the Rockies blueprint on how to like train their pitchers to basically pitch in altitude, because there was a big difference of like pitching altitude, like the spin rate, whatever it is not enough or not big enough, or standing on a certain side of the rubber is not enough, and it changes everything. So it's going to be interesting how they have to change their philosophy of who they draft, who they go after to pitch in altitude.
Yeah.
Not to mention they're going to have to sign these guys, or they're going to sign them in the draft, because there's no way you're going to want to get an ace pitcher going to Las Vegas to have a 6 ERA unless he's guaranteed 12 years, $80 million or $800 million.
They're the only team with a -100 run differential. That's pretty bad.
That's bad. But hey, that's baseball.
The Royals also stink. I'd like that to be known, but they got some fun talent. So do the A's, but the Royals stink, and they're going to get stripped for pieces.
Final thoughts before we wrap this up?
I mean, who would have thought? Just the final thoughts is we had like a White Sox A's debate like early in the year when the A's were like 500, and I think it was like, what team would you rather have?
I said the A's.
I said the White Sox. I stand on my Sox, dude. I love the White Sox. Come on now. It's a playoff team.
That is fair. That is fair. We did say I would rather take the A's. I think Mark said the A's too, huh?
I might have said the A's, yeah.
Your division leaders at the All-Star break. Dodgers, boo. Braves, yeah. Brewers, yeah. Rays, yeah. White Sox, yeah. Rangers, wow.
What kind of zesty ass White Sox was that?
Dog, don't hate on my White Sox love, okay? There is no zest to it. It's just straight love.
All right, everyone. Appreciate you guys tuning in for episode 8. It is crazy. We've been doing this now for 8 weeks. Well, 9, I guess. We missed a week. But
yeah.
Who's counting?
7 for me.
All right, everyone. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Peace.